Well, now you're in the entertainment business and you've got a record company. Well, it's a lot of things that come with putting together a record company. You'll be surprised. You know, I had a CEO come to me one time and told me, Steve, I spent $300,000 going down the wrong road. Very simply, he just didn't know. Record companies are popping up each and every day, every other week. Everybody has a record company. Now, in my opinion, when a record company is up and running, you want to make sure you have proper structure to put it together and make sure it's an effective record company that matches your ministry. There's a lot of things involved with putting together a great and successful record label.
Well, in All You Need to Know About the Music Business, I talk about three different kinds of labels. There's the major labels, the ones that you would think of, the sort of Sony BMGs and the EMIs and the Warner Music Group, people like that. Then there is what I call a mini-major, which is basically a rather large company that is distributed by a major, but is its own independent kind of company. There aren't actually very many of those left these days. They've been bought up by the majors for the most part, but that's cyclical. They'll be around again. And then there's the true independents that are independently owned, that are distributed either through independent distribution or distributed perhaps by a major sometimes as well.
We started the label with approximately $6,000 of my dad's postal retirement money. Gospel Centric was run out of a garage for a very long time. We took the Berry Gordy model there. And first of all, I feel that when you try to, especially for the kind of music that we do, it depends on your genre. If you're doing rock, if you're doing gospel, reggae, things like that, those artists, I don't think they care so much about the glitz. They want to know what you're putting into them. So that becomes critical. So we had money to put into them, but I found that in a comfortable setting, artists were more comfortable. They knew that we weren't trying to wear the money on our backs. We were not spending the money on them. So it was very clear because we were in a garage. But it's about the artist.
When we started, I started it with my kids right out of my home. Now I'm industrial. The kids, they want to go on strike with me. They said, Dad, we ain't packing over 100,000 magazines anymore. We done. So I had to now cut a deal with my printer and my packaging company. It's all done now. It's not even done at my office anymore, you know, because we've grown too much for that.
Well, I didn't want to pay rent for a high-rise that I didn't even own. At least I owned that garage, and every building we've been in, we've owned. And they've been, I got to tell you, some of the things that have helped us out the most, when times got tough, I could go to the bank and put money up against my real estate. Or my the masters, my record masters. Your record masters are also a form of equity.